9 weeks pregnant. Hi everyone, I'm Noelle, and today I am 9 weeks pregnant. So today is Tuesday, February 10th, and the size of the baby is about the size of a green olive or a grape. And the big news this week is I had my first OB appointment yesterday, and so we actually decided to change the due date to September 15th, which interestingly is the very first date that I think Fertility Friend calculated for me. So that was kind of the first thing I went with, and then I thought that maybe my ovulation was a little bit later, but that's what baby's measuring. So a little bit more about that. The appointment went really well yesterday, and it was kind of an interesting day. I was supposed to go to the appointment by myself. My husband had to work, so he went to work as usual, and when I woke up I was trying to just eat my crackers as usual, and I could not keep them down. And so I started freaking out, like I had been trying to eat for like an hour and I couldn't keep anything down. And so I called him and said, I don't think I can drive to the appointment. Can you come home? So he actually got off work early and came home and ended up being able to go with me to the appointment. And we were so glad he was able to do that. So it ended up working out. But we didn't meet any of the doctors. There are 3 doctors in this group. However, we did meet a couple of the nurses and a nurse practitioner, and they were all super nice. I'm brand new to this practice, so I was really relieved that they are all very nice, very welcoming, and I have a feeling it's going to be a good experience. So hopefully the doctors are all great, and I think we'll meet at least one of them in our next appointment. So we went, and I didn't really know what to expect. But they basically just did our intake paperwork, you know, all the usual samples, blood work, urine sample, all that stuff, and kind of just talked to us about my medical history and all that fun stuff, how they're going to monitor my Crohn's disease during this whole thing, and all that cool stuff. And then they wanted to do an ultrasound. And while my natural side says I don't want too many ultrasounds, I really had at first just wanted one, but I couldn't say no. I just couldn't, because I wanted to know that everything was okay. I wanted to make sure there was a heartbeat, and well, things change when you're a parent. So we went ahead and did that, and they were all a little bit, not necessarily skeptical, but they were all saying, oh, you're 10 weeks. I'm like, no, I'm not 10 weeks. I'm like 8 weeks, 4 days is what I was calculating. But the baby did measure 8 weeks, 6 days. And it was super cute. It's just a little gummy bear, and you could see the heartbeat. We didn't get to hear it, but we could see it. And it was wiggling its little arms and legs, and it was just the cutest thing I've ever seen. I almost cried. But it was just, oh my gosh, it was such an amazing experience. And so we did get some pictures. They're not really good, but I'll go ahead and insert a digital picture that's a little bit better for you to see. And the nurse just said that everything was just looking good, checked around, didn't see anything crazy abnormal going on, and I'll be going back on March 2nd when I am, and at that point I'll be 11 weeks and 6 days. So yeah, things are moving along, and it's cool to actually like have these appointments on the calendar and to be looking forward to them. And I'm just really, you know, like I said last week, I was glad to get to 8-week milestone, and this week, you know, hasn't actually been 7 days since we moved up. I'm now turning over on Tuesdays instead of Thursdays, but it's an accomplishment, you know, knowing that I'm at 9 weeks now. I feel a lot better, and having seen the heartbeat, I was really nervous that, you know, something might not be okay, and you know, of course something can not be okay at any appointment, but there's just something reassuring the first time that you go in and you hear or see that heartbeat, and you know that baby's there, baby's alive, everything's good as of right now. So that is the first appointment excitement. My symptoms are really pretty much the same, just exhausted and the morning sickness, and apparently it's now my thing to not be able to keep crackers down in the morning, so every morning I've been throwing up the last couple of days, and then after that settles, then I'm totally fine and I can eat the rest of the day. Although I don't normally get out of bed now till like 11 or 12 and eat lunch, and then like right now it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon and I feel good. So it's bizarre, it's really bizarre. But car sickness is a whole nother story that has really amped up. It's really bad at any time of the day. As a passenger, I just feel disgusting. But I can also feel it when I'm driving, especially if I haven't eaten a lot and I start getting the hungry nausea, and it's bad. It's to the point where I literally don't leave the house unless I absolutely have to. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. My emotions aren't, crazy. I've definitely had some up and down moments. Seeing the ultrasound was super exciting. I've had some just kind of lay on the couch going moments, and I wouldn't say it's too crazy. I'm an emotional person as it is, so it's life. My weight gain since Thursday has stayed the same, which I am so relieved about. I was so worried that I would continue to lose weight at such a crazy pace that I wasn't okay with that. I'm already, I don't have a lot of extra weight to lose to stay in a healthy BMI, so I really don't want to lose that much more weight here. So I was very excited about that. I have been trying to eat a lot more food for dinner because I'm not eating a whole lot during the day, but I'm really trying to eat good dinners, and I've noticed that really has helped. The week that I lost 2 pounds in a week was a week that I wasn't eating good dinners, so I think that definitely has to do with it. And I'm also drinking a lot more water. I was also not drinking water back then, and I was probably losing water weight really, but definitely trying to stay more hydrated. Cravings and aversions. I have craved potatoes, mashed potatoes. Oh my gosh, actually sounds really good right now. And also been craving bread a little bit, but I really like bread in general. No specific aversions, just again, most food doesn't sound good most of the time. So that's that. Essential oils I've used this week. I am still using Peace and Calming on my feet to promote restful sleep, although insomnia, I didn't mention as a symptom. Insomnia has been awful. I have the hardest time sleeping at night. I have a very hard time getting comfortable, and I just lie in bed for hours and just don't sleep. I'm tired, but I don't sleep. So yes, lots of insomnia. And the Peace and Calming doesn't take that away. I think it does help a little bit, but there's only so much you can do. Another thing I am using now kind of goes into the preparations for baby category. I made my first stretch mark lotion or oil. This is made with the Young Living Blend Gentle Baby. This has all kinds of floral scents in it, and is considered generally pregnancy safe. I cannot remember exactly where I got this recipe. I will link the website below that I got it from, but it's coconut oil, cocoa butter, almond oil, and the Gentle Baby oil. And I put in a few drops less of the Gentle Baby than the recipe called for, just because I don't want to overdo it. But it smells pretty good, and it's kind of just an oily, it's a solid, but it's got coconut oil, so it kind of melts to the touch, and then I just rub it on my belly. This is one of 2 recipes that I'm going to be making. I also have a recipe from Mama Natural that I would like to make, and hers is kind of a whipped butter. I will hopefully link that next week when I make that. I was going to make it this week, but then my week's changed early, so I got to make this last night, but I haven't had a chance to make the other one yet. So I'm super excited about that one. And other than that, I don't have any baby buys, but I do have a mommy buy. I had some money in my PayPal account, and then Pink Lemonade shop, where I get my cloth pads, had a flash sale. So I went ahead and ordered 3 postpartum pads, and these things are huge. I don't know if they're 13 inches or if they're longer than that, but they're 3 inches wide and super thick, and just, they're the minky ones. I'll link her shop below for you to check out. But I was planning on getting some of these, and then it had the sale and everything, so I said, I'll pick some up. I have a couple of her just regular overnight ones, and so I'm hoping that the overnight ones and these will be enough. If you have cloth pads and are using them for postpartum, let me know what your stash is like, how many you have. I don't really know how many I'll need, and I know it can kind of vary by person, but not really sure if I'll get more, what the plan is. I don't want to spend too much on them, but I got a couple just to add to my stash. And that's just about it for week 9. Hoping that the morning sickness starts to wear off a little bit, and that energy starts returning a little bit as well. So we shall see what week 10 brings. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Or fine motor skills.
And then of course I had to get also a